Imagine calling your daughter on New Year's Eve morning and the phone doesn't ring. No voicemail, no nothing. It's like the line is dead. So you decide to walk next door because you live right there and you let yourself in with a key. And the second the door opens, the house feels wrong. Too quiet, no footsteps, no TV, no kids running around. You take one step forward and you see him. Miko Miyuzawa, lying at the foot of the stairs, covered in blood. Tokyo doesn't feel like the type of place where a killer can just disappear. It's one of the most populated cities in the world. Cameras, trains, police, and here's what makes this case one of the most terrifying unsolved mysteries. The killer did not just leave, he stayed. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's just me, and today we're back with another true crime video. So I forgot to film my intro, so that's why we're here right now. If you like true crime and you like makeup, subscribe to me, okay? Let's get on to the video. An area of Setagaya Ward, a family neighborhood, quiet, residential. And in the 2000s, something unusual was happening there because many of the homes around them were empty. The government was buying land to expand a nearby park, so that resulted in families moving out and etc. So at night, it could feel deserted, and in that silence, someone was watching. That evening of New Year's Eve, the Miyazawa family does normal family things. Yasuko talks to her mother Haruko on the phone. Nina goes next door to watch TV with her grandmother. They did a little shopping earlier, and then at night, they returned home. Miko uses his computer just to browse, typical things people do before they go to bed. It's the end of the year and the house is just settling down. And sometime that night, someone enters their home. Investigators later believe that the intruder got inside the home from the back of the house, possibly climbing up to the bathroom window. The first victim, Miko Miyazawa, 44, worked in the marketing world. Yasuko, the wife of Miko, a mom who ran a tutoring setup from home. Then her daughter, Nina, 8-year-old. She was bright, talented. She loved soccer, ballet. She was just your normal 8-year-old girl. And their son, 6-year-old Ray. He needed a little bit of extra support because he had some learning disabilities in school, but he was very bright and his parents were very hands-on with him. He went straight for the 6-year-old little boy and he strangled him to death. I will never, ever understand how can someone hurt a child. Right next door lived Yasuko's mother, Haruko, and other relatives, which is why what happened is even scarier because they was right next door, and that event still occurred. Behind their home was a park area. It was a spot where teens would hang out, so there was a lot of noise, music, and drinking sometimes. And Miko, being the father that he is, and he has 2 kids, there were times where he had to confront them, but not in an aggressive way. A lot of witnesses said that there was a lot of strange activity around the home and some sightings of someone lingering and even a car parked right out front of their house, which is weird because, like I said, it was kind of a quiet area, especially at night. And it becomes New Year's Eve weekend, and New Year's Eve is really big in Japan. People are home, the streets are quiet. So for the intruder, what it meant for them, that was the perfect time to get the family, which means if someone was planning something, that would be the time for them to take action. Before all of this, the Miyazawa family was normal, not flashy, not suspicious. On the morning of December 31st, Haruko picks up her phone to call her daughter. She rings the doorbell all morning and nothing. And now she's scared because she knows the house. She knows the people in that house. So she unlocks the door with her key, silent, and then she sees Miko at the bottom of the staircase, covered in blood. She runs up the stairs, calling Yasuko and her kids. She finds her daughter and Nina. Then she finds her grandson, Ray, and when she discovered this, she called the police as soon as possible. The killer, he left behind blood, fingerprint, footprint, the murder weapon, and even his clothes. Police discovered the strangest part. He had eaten and drank inside the house. He used the toilet and didn't flush. He rampaged through drawers. He moved items around. He used their computer. So detectives are here just thinking like, why? I am too. Why would they do this? Why? Was he trying to get caught? Was he taunting them? Was this a message? Or did he genuinely think that he can't be identified? And the evidence gets weirder. They found signs that the unaliver had injuries and he treated themselves with the family's first aid kit. So now it's like, okay, he's bleeding, he's leaving his DNA everywhere. They got his DNA and they took it to the lab. So you're like, okay, we have all this evidence. We have blood samples, we have DNA, okay. we should be able to get this show on the road and find this person. But no, that does not happen at all. So with all the DNA that they have, they look through the database and nothing was a match. And back then, Japan didn't have the DNA system that you would think. They have the killer's DNA, but they cannot find the killer. That is so frustrating. I wonder if they're gonna reopen this case. So the investigators, they built a profile. He was a male, slim built, most likely right-handed because of his injury and because the pattern of the evidence. So they estimated his age could have been roughly around a young adult. First, they said he could have been like 20s to 30s, but then they said that he could have been from 15 to 30. So, I mean, it's really a toss. They also find shoe prints tied to a specific sneaker brand model that was not commonly sold in Japan at that time. So with that information, they discovered that the killer might not be from Japan. The brand of the shoe was a Korean brand, but that person could have ordered the shoes online. There was also items left behind like a hip bag and other accessories connected to the skater style. And the scent that was on the clothes, it was more than likely that this person could have been a young adult. But none of these clues point to an actual individual. These are just possibilities. Because this case got so massive, a lot of officers was on this case and still nothing. Multiple witnesses later describing a man sometimes appearing older. There was also people saying that they seen a taxi driver and he was picking up passengers and he had an injured hand. In a different city, there was also a report of a man showing up to get treatment for a deep wound and the bone was visible and acting very weird and calm. But at that hospital or clinic the individual was at, they didn't get his name or anything. And I just feel like that's weird. Like, it was a different country, different time, so. But the biggest clue that not the biggest clue, but the weirdest clue, they found tiny grains of sand and soil, microscopic stuff stuck to the items that the killer left behind. And forensic science, they analyzed the soil and they suggested that the soil was from different regions of the world. Some sand looked like it was from Tokyo, Japan, and they found some soil that was from Seoul, Korea. And the one that makes everyone gasp, some grains were said to match an area in the USA near the Edwards Air Force Base in California. So with this information, I mean, we're looking at 3 different types of people right now. I mean, it's possible that this man could have been a U.S. military soldier. Why would you have that soil if you're not a U.S. military soldier? Where are you on that base? I don't know, y'all. Forensic scientists also took a deeper look into the killer's DNA. They found that he could possibly be mixed with European and some type of East Asian. So that is one of the biggest theories, that the person could have possibly been from the US. Another big theory is that the teens from the park probably wanted revenge because Miko, he confronted the teens about being noisy. And if it was a teen, wouldn't you recognize him by now, you know? Investigators probably believed that somebody had a grudge against the family. But colleagues, family, and friends, they said that they didn't have no enemies. So it's just like, what's the motive? So in the end, we still have really big questions. It's like, why leave your DNA? Why kill this family? Why eat their food? Why stay long? More than likely, he knew the family routine. He knew the neighborhood was empty. If you have a theory or any more information on this case, please let me know down below in the comments. And if you want more deep dives and true crime cases like this, please subscribe.